What's up, guys? Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm back out in the shop again working on the rack for the rooftop tent. First thing first is going to be getting those brackets welded together that I showed you guys in the last episode, and then once those are fully welded up, I can set the tent up on top of the Tacoma and kind of position it where I want it, and then we'll be able to tack those into place. So now that I have the brackets completely welded up, I'm going to move on to these crossbars here. I'm going to mark those up as far as the center, and then my spacing between the two rails that go on the rooftop tent, I will measure that and get those marked on these cross beams, and then I can tack these brackets into place that go on that. And then hopefully from there I'll be able to set the tent up here, and I will just clamp these for the time being and kind of see how it's going to sit. Okay, so this is kind of how the brackets are going to work. This is for the back. You have the main piece that attaches to the rooftop tent itself up here, and then this is the bracket that gets welded to the frame, and that will pivot like such. And then up front here, you have this piece that attaches to the rooftop tent itself, and then this goes to the bracket or the frame for the rooftop tent. I have that tacked into place. That way the V-block is set correctly. So I will weld this to the main frame, and then I will get rid of those tacks, and then that will be able to come off like such. All right, so this is about how it's gonna sit. I want the bars moved forward about this position so I can save room to have these boxes back here. Either have these on both sides if you want, or possibly a refrigerator of some sort. And then this front bar will be all the way to the front. I don't have these bolted down so they can slide, and I'll be able to position them where I need. Also, with having it at this height, this will allow these boxes to stay in here, and I will be able to tip it up, and this can pivot down and not come into contact with this. And then I will be able to open this up and get into here and get anything that I need. For the most part, there's enough room there to get into it. Alright guys, I have these crossbars tacked into place on both sides. I have the clamps held on here because I'm probably going to open it and kind of see how it looks. And since it's just tacked, that'll give it a little bit more rigidity. But for now, I'm going to lift this up and see how the pivot works. Everything is tacked into place, and I got these tightened down temporarily for now. The front bolt is missing because I need to trim these a little bit. But that will work for now. Let's tip this thing up and see how it's going to work. Box. Oh, we're good. Alright, so update on the rack so far. I've got the holes drilled on both sides for holding the rack down to the bed. And then on the back here, I'm working on bracing up this cross member. Has a little bit too much flex in it with the tent on there. When you wiggle it, you can see it move. So I'm using what I have for metal here at the moment, and that is some more square tubing that I'm going to put along the bottom there, got it all clamped together. It is a little bit thinner wall than this top piece, but I think it'll work fine. Just kind of working with what I have here at the moment because I don't want to get any more material. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and tack that into place and should be good to go, and then we'll move on to the front, making that a little bit more stout. All right, so I have most of the main frame done so far. All I have left is to cap the ends on both sides and then cap these down here. Uprights are done, and then I still need to finish weld it. Other than that, the main structure is done. Next up on the list is going to be making my lifting setup for this, which I will do in a totally separate video. There's quite a bit to do with that, so stay tuned for that one. That should be pretty neat. I'm excited to show you guys what I do there. So that is going to wrap up this video. Make sure you stay tuned for the upcoming videos on this. There should be only one more. Other than that, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.